For thousands of federal workers,
frustrated and confused.
The memory of their firing,
I was absolutely devastated,
is still fresh.
We were leaving work fully employed and coming back the next morning without a job.
The terminations, part of a wave of cutbacks, mainly hitting probationary employees, those who have either been hired or promoted in the last 1 to 2 years.
I really don't even feel like I got a chance to even prove my worth to the team.
And while the Trump administration hasn't shared the total number of firings, as of August, more than 200,000 federal workers had been in their jobs less than a year.
I was one of the thousands of federal workers terminated this weekend.
24-year-old Victoria Chega worked in Medicare and Medicaid services.
I was only in my role for about 6 weeks. I hadn't even received a performance review yet. So it was just really disheartening to see performance issues cited as the reasons. And at this point, I know that's not a reflection of my performance or capabilities. That's what thousands of other people received as well. But it was really a sad moment.
How has this affected your day-to-day life? What does this mean for rent, for food?
I'm really concerned about getting rid of my health insurance, no longer having that. I'm only 24, so I can potentially still get it back on my parents' insurance.
I was only here a month. My first day was in January, so obviously I had to quit all my little part-time gigs, and now I have to rush back to those part-time gigs just to try and put a few dollars in my pocket.
Now, the nation's largest federal employee union is challenging many of these firings in court, calling them one of the most massive employment frauds in the history of this country. Former USDA employee Liam Comer believes his termination was illegal.
I plan on appealing. I think there's a general lack of understanding of what federal workers do for the American public. I really worry about a future in which the federal civil service has been demonized and we don't have skilled workers in the federal civil service. And things start to happen like our parents and grandparents stop getting their Social Security checks, or veterans stop getting health care that they need, that food banks and food pantries don't have food in them.
A lot of people just think of white collar bureaucrats making all these decisions that they don't care about or that don't affect them. That's far from the truth. These are nurses. These are park rangers. These aren't just people in DC buildings doing miscellaneous tasks.
Do you think that people will notice these cuts?
Absolutely. In terms of the EPA, I think people are going to see more notices that they'll have to boil their water. I think it's going to be detrimental to our environment.
The White House defending the terminations, citing what it calls a resounding mandate to streamline government to better serve the needs of the American people.
How do you respond to people who say, look, this is what America voted for?
Sure. I think that there is a desire to shrink the size of the government. That's natural when people feel like they're not receiving the services that they're paying for with their taxes. But to just kind of eliminate programs at random and eliminate employees at random does not achieve that goal.
A dramatic end for thousands of federal employees. But these young professionals say this is just the beginning.
Has this turned you all off from public service?
I think we need it now more than ever.
I fully agree.
Morgan Radford, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.